Welcome to today's vlog. We're going to be talking about why, how, and when we plan on decluttering, reorganizing, and getting our apartment back in shape. And it would honestly be for the first time ever. It wouldn't be back in shape. It would be more of like a revamp of the way that we've been living our life. For too long now, we have been living in a cluttered and chaotic lifestyle where there are many piles beyond belief around the house of different objects and trash and just ridiculousness. So our goal now is to change the way that we are living for the better, clearly, and to try to make it more livable for not only Christian and I, but also our son. He is 2 now, and the more that he plays around his room, the more I see how cluttered it is and how many toys he has. It's just not working for the way that he plays, especially in the space that he has. So I think in life, we all crave a clean and decluttered lifestyle, whether or not we want to admit it. And I know that we get busy with work and with kids and with all of the chaos that life can bring, but having a clean and accessible and organized home makes all of the difference. And it's been proven in many studies how it can affect your mentality as well. And I am definitely seeing the effects of a cluttered house on my brain. Over the course of a few months now, we have been working diligently, Christian and I, together to donate as many things as we possibly can, not going full minimalist, but definitely taking some properties from that and ideas from that to make our lives more organized. I know that I'm going to be using that word a lot, but that is the best way to explain how we are approaching this. We got rid of a 30 plus year old bed frame. We've donated so many toys that our son had that he wasn't either using or just didn't need because he has too many currently still, even after donating so many over the course of the time. I wish I had a whole list, but I don't. I just remember taking a few video snippets here and there of the trunkfuls of stuff. We need to take a few more things, so I have a whole list of items that I'll go through soon of things that we plan on still donating. But all in all, our goal here, of course, is to reorganize, to get all of the clutter out of our house, and to think of some methods to interrupt and stop our brains from just placing things down and instead putting them back or putting like trash away in the trash. So for now, what I've done, and it's working fairly well, is placing grocery bags that we have, these plastic grocery bags that we have from years ago before we started going paper, in areas where I know we place trash for now, until we get in the habit of actually placing them in the singular trash can that we have in our kitchen. It's actually working really well, and I find myself just getting up these days instead of placing it in those little grocery bags. It's like a gentle reminder, like, hey, this should just go in the trash, which I really like. It's working really well. Highly recommend if you are like me and you just put trash on the ground to try that out, because so far it's very effective in getting my butt up instead of leaving the trash on either the ground or a surface that's nearby. And that may sound, very lazy to other people, but when you're a mom and you're still breastfeeding and you have your toddler on you, you want to try, I don't know, I guess it's just me, who knows? I try to avoid getting up as much as I can when he's on me because I don't want to disrupt that time for him. And it's a nice little bonding moment for us. So anyways, grocery bags next to where you sit in the living room or where you're most having your productive time throughout the day. So for me, it would be at my desk. Is very, very helpful, especially if you have food on your plates and you just need to dump it somewhere, and then you can put the plates back into the sink and rinse them off. So it's all of this, like, my plan is to have a trickle effect of one thing leading to another, because it seems to be working that way. After I put the grocery bags out for the trash, like I just said, I've been noticing that I don't want to put old food in the grocery bag, but it gets my brain thinking and remembering I need to put this old food in an actual trash bag in the trash bin, so that way it doesn't get disgusting around the house. And then I can rinse off the plate or the coffee mug, if I don't want to pour my coffee, my old cold coffee that's left over for a day down into a grocery bag, because that won't work. We all know they have holes. Then I'll get up, because it's reminding me, that physical bag being there is reminding me to get up and dump the coffee down the sink and rinse out my cup and make sure the ring's not in the cup. You know what I'm talking about. If you have coffee that sits out all day long or tea that sits out all day long, it gets that ring, that film. So that trickle effect has led to me then rinsing off my dishes and allowing a space for the dishes to be in, which they should be in the sink. And I don't have to soak them most of the time now, because they are already rinsed off, which makes putting them into the dishwasher that much easier. The only thing that I'm really wanting to work on when it comes to the dishes would be getting them out of the dishwasher. And I can't think of like something that would remind me to do it other than when I'm making us food for the day. So if I'm grabbing something out of the dishwasher, it's more of like, oh, I'm remembering that I didn't put them away, so now I have to use it. But I'd like to try to find something to remind me to put them away before I need them, if that makes sense. And it would, you'd think that I would just remember to do it throughout the day, but that's not how my brain works. So I'm going to try and find a solution to that as well. The other piece of this is, if you have a ton of dishes and you don't have a big family, reevaluate why you have so many dishes, because I do not need that many, because we were being lazy and it was convenient. But in reality, it wasn't convenient. We were just doing dishes every single day all the time anyway, but it was way more than we needed to be doing. So we luckily came to a decision that we were going to donate all of the dishes that were gifted to us from Christian's mother from after when his grandfather passed away. And as much as we love them, we knew that she was already looking to donate them. She just asked us if we wanted them first. So we're good to go there. We donated them. It's freed up a lot of cabinet space for us in terms of what we want to put in there and how we want to reorganize. And then we kept a couple of plates that were nostalgic to us, and it fits our lifestyle. So it's working fairly well. Right now we do have a sink full of dishes that I plan on doing right after this. But I've noticed that it's cut my dish time in half. Like, it went from 15 minutes of hand washing dishes and putting them into the dishwasher because everything was caked on and the dishwasher wasn't able to do its job, to now I have all these rinsed off items and I rinse them off once more, just do a once over, make sure there's nothing caked on that the dishwasher is not going to get, and then I put them in the dishwasher and the dishwasher does a beautiful job now. The dishes are a life changer. We got rid of items that weren't serving a purpose for us anymore. Like, I had a tiny little mini food processor. We definitely donated and got rid of. And it, again, opened up a lot of cabinet space for us, and now we can look and reevaluate what we have left and see if we need any of those items. Oh my gosh, I forgot to mention. We got rid of so many mugs, so that also freed up a ton of space. Christian is a very collector mindset person, and when he finds something that he likes, and whether that be a mug or a toy or like a collector's card set or something like that, he really goes all in. So we're working on changing that mindset a little bit too, and he's doing really well. But our mugs for both of us are very nostalgic, and I have that collector mindset when it comes to mugs too. So if I see a new mug or a cup, like especially those tall, like Stanley Cup look-alike things that are cheaper, I want all of them. But I only have one right now with straw. Like, I think I have 3 straws. And our mugs are down to about, I want to say 15, which may seem like a lot to most people, but we had both of our cabinets full on the top shelf of mugs and cups, and now it's down to about 15 of them, which takes up just half of one cabinet top shelf. Much better. Much better. I do say so myself. So, we have cleaned up our kitchen quite a bit when it comes to excess items. We've gotten rid of a lot of items in our closets that have been just taking up space, like baby items. The items that we still need to go through include items in our closet, like excess miscellaneous memory items. We need to go through old toys that Christian has from his childhood that he wanted to gift to our son, but he kind of has a different mindset on now just because of us talking about this. And he wants to kind of give those away. He wants to rehome them or sell them so that way they're going to somebody that appreciates them, but also he's not pushing his interests on our son, and our son can develop his own likes and dislikes, which he definitely has already at 2 years old. He has his own preferences. So that's really sweet, and it's tough for him. So today he's actually going to be going to his mom's storage unit with his 2 younger brothers, and they're all going to be going through the massive amount of toys that his mom and his dad have kept throughout all of these years. Like, Christian's 33 as of just a few days ago, so he definitely has a lot of items to still go through. And I know that's going to be difficult for him, but he seems really motivated and excited to either sell them or, again, just donate them. We have morphed our lives already just by getting rid of so much, and it's changed our lives for the better. And we don't want to stop here. Items and stuff, looking at everything and reevaluating exactly what we need. And we're not going full minimalist, like I said, just yet. I don't think we ever really will. But we definitely are minimizing the amount of items in our home, the objects that just take up space and serve zero purpose for us other than nostalgia or fun, I guess, just knowing that you have it and a collection kind of thing. That doesn't mean that we're getting rid of all of our collections. You will definitely see some items that serve at least some happiness for us, but throughout our house for sure it's going to look a lot cleaner and more organized, which I am just so excited about. So the more that we have off of the surfaces is really the main goal here. We want for now to just make it to where no matter what throughout the week we don't place things on a surface that is meant for something else. So for instance, our TV stand, I still need to put away like 4 bags of things that do not serve a purpose there, but I've organized them into these plastic bags. For instance, a bunch of markers, or I think I have electric items and then like magic cards or something like that. Those are all still on the TV stand, but by them being in those bags and I have organized them, at least in that method, I know that I can grab those bags and place them where I choose to put them eventually, so that way they are out of the way for the future. I have a lot of plans for organizing, which is going to come in the future, so definitely stay tuned for that. But for now, that is mostly it for today. I just wanted to mention our beginnings for the most part, show what we've done so far, and how excited we are for the future when it comes to our house being more of a home and feeling more cozy and just kind of an area where we can, of course, relax and feel at ease instead of feeling like everything's a mess. And I know that we're not alone there. I know that a ton of people feel the same way about their home, and it just feels cluttered and just excess, and it feels crazy, especially when you have kids. But with us having a 2-year-old at home, it definitely hit home how our messy lifestyle, our just take it and put it lifestyle, was not working for us. So now we have a take it and put it away lifestyle, and that is working very well. The last thing that I want to add for today is a little tip that seems to be working really well for me as well, and that is even if I am in a room for a purpose, so whether that be for my son and helping him get something or not, I am looking where I am to see if there's a mess or something that does not belong in that room, and I'm grabbing at least one item, which ends up being more than one item because my brain sees more than that, and I leave the room and I take it where it needs to go after I'm done doing what I'm doing. And it's working. So I can say with certainty that that tip will work for you if it's working for me. I just know it. I know it. It's such a simple thing to see and remember, but it takes practice. Like the first few times I wasn't even thinking about it, but it was in kind of the back of my mind, like, oh, I need to be grabbing something. But then eventually, the more that I remembered to at least think about it, the more I actually followed through with doing it and looking for items that didn't belong. And now I can't stop seeing it. So that's actually a good thing for me because, again, I didn't notice the clutter until it was piled everywhere. So it's lifted this big burden off of our shoulders so far. I can't wait to see how we feel at the end of all of this. But for now, thank you so much for tuning in. That's going to do it for today's video. If you did enjoy today's video, please do give it a big thumbs up because it'll be so warm and fuzzy. And subscribe if you do like these videos or home improvement related content. I will be posting this content other Wednesdays, so about every 2 weeks when it comes to home improvement, just to give you guys an update of how it's going or what we've done so far. On Tuesdays and Thursdays, I have fitness related content that you guys can follow as well when it comes to my journey and improving my health and wellness through fitness. So not only are we doing the whole home, we are also working on my mind, body, and function here. I am suffering with knee pain when it comes to any type of movement. I have to get off the ground like somebody who is probably in their 70s, and it's just not a good feeling. So I'm working towards bettering my body mobility and just feeling overall wellness when it comes to our home as well and our life. Thank you again so much, and I hope you guys have a beautiful rest of your week. Bye.
Something's coming.